Video game bosses are usually reserved as the ultimate test of player skill, and whilst the bosses on this rundown do initially present a problem, ultimately they're there to mix up the formula, to subvert expectation. Not every boss on this list becomes a player's best mate, of course, but they at least provide some sort of token or reward which the player can take with them. Russell, Bully. Russell Northrop is the most feared student in Bulworth Academy. He's the oafish leader of the bullies, but seemingly he holds a grudge with any and all cliques throughout the school, especially the nerds. In fact, he's been known to smash science projects over some unfortunate dork's head, and even made one nerd eat his chemistry work. As Jimmy, players first encounter Russell after besting his subordinate Wade in a fight. Mr. Hattrick intervenes before Russell can unleash a pummeling on Jimmy, but by the end of Chapter 1, serial liar Gary causes a ruckus between Jimmy and Russell in the hole. Jimmy wins, of course, leading to him and Russell becoming firm allies, with Russell even helping him out in several missions, including saving Jimmy from an inevitable beating at the hands of the prefects. Shadow, Sonic Adventure 2. Sonic's edgelord twin Shadow the Hedgehog is cunning and sharp-witted, able to match Sonic's speed and skill, alongside utilizing Chaos Control and Chaos Emeralds to warp the very fabric of space and time. He's the orchestrator of evil in Sonic Adventure 2, appearing in numerous boss battles throughout the game's hero storyline. It takes a few encounters before Sonic earns Shadow's respect, and while Shadow's reformation never leads to a blossoming friendship between the pair, Shadow reappears in subsequent games to assist Sonic in the face of certain doom, notably in defeating Metal Sonic in 2003's Sonic Heroes, and by saving the Blue Blur's life at the hands of Silver in 2006's woeful Sonic the Hedgehog. Chef Saltbaker, Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course. Tough as nails, side-scrolling boss battler Cuphead featured a disconcerting main antagonist in the shape of Chef Saltbaker in its The Delicious Last Course DLC. An unassuming, joyful fellow, driven villainous in his desire to bake the Wonder Tart, Saltbaker dupes Cuphead, Mugman and Mrs. Chalice into defeating the DLC's other bosses to collect ingredients for his sacred tart, with the secret ingredient of a living soul bestowing Saltbaker's ability to walk the astral plane, although the dastardly pastry chef withholds this key bit of information until the very last moment. At least he's humbled in defeat. The sight of his collapsing bakery and his sentencing to community service work enough to make him lament his sins. Last we see of Saltbaker, he's all smiles, providing delicious baked goods to the entire crew. Cinder, The Legend of Spyro. Under the corrupted spell of the Dark Master Malefor, Cinder served as the primary antagonist in The Legend of Spyro: A New Beginning, a monstrously horrific dragon brainwashed into undertaking her master's nefarious deeds. After a fierce climactic battle and defeat at the flames of Spyro's Aether Fury attack, Cinder has some sense knocked into her, reverting to her true modest form, and vowing to live a life of heroism on the path to realizing her destiny. Oh, and she becomes Spyro's love interest as the game's series continues with their shared feelings, providing an ample fuel for the final fight against Malefor in The Legend of Spyro: Dawn of the Dragon. Terry, Banjo-Tooie. Terry the Pterodactyl, boss of Pterodactyland and high-swooping mega reptile, is actually a decent dude. For all his blunderbuss at the sight of Banjo and Kazooie climbing his mountain is all a case of mistaken identity. Sure, he spits at them from afar, but it's only because he believes they've stolen his precious baby pterodactyl eggs. It's only after the shell shock of defeat does Terry realize he's in the wrong with Banjo and Kazooie, heading forth in search of his precious eggs, finding, hatching and flying Terry's babies back to his nest. In return, our bear and bird pair are gifted not one but two jiggy pieces. Cheers, Terry. Let's Shake, No More Heroes. Let's Shake, together with his behemothhic brain tower crafted by and housing the brain of Dr. Shake, is capable of wiping out human life within a 1-mile radius. They meet their comeuppance in super anticlimactic fashion though. Now, bear in mind No More Heroes titles are famed for their arduous journeys to actually reach a boss, requiring many an enemy be scythed in two in frustrating repetition. For this reason, it's proper annoying, as when player character Travis launches his attack on Let's Shake, his twisted twin brother Henry cooldown rapidly descends to slice the pair in two, denying Travis the satisfaction in wiping them out himself, whilst igniting a rivalry between the pair which continues throughout the series. Turf Wars, Monster Hunter World. A mechanic introduced in Monster Hunter World, but also featuring in Monster Hunter Iceborne, Rise and Sunbreak, is the carnage of monsters battling each other for territorial supremacy, in what Capcom dub Turf Wars. Should two monsters meet on contested ground, they'll engage in a cinematic battle, with either or both of the monsters wiping each other out and dropping nifty loot in the process. Turf Wars, Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West. A feature borrowed and adapted from Capcom's Monster Hunter series, yes, Horizon's robotic colossi can be pitted against each other to reap significant rewards for our heroine Aloy, while simultaneously providing heaps of machine-on-machine action entertainment too. Additionally, overriding machines can be for an unlimited time frame in Horizon Forbidden West, but only if Aloy is equipped with the Tenakth Technician armor. Pitting an aggressive Thunderjaw against a tricky Tremortusk and observing the two titans go at it from the safety of overgrown grass is ultra satisfying, providing Aloy with an entertaining and altogether easy route to exceptional loot. T-Rex, Dino Crisis 2. Capcom's Dino Crisis series is a Resident Evil-esque foray through lizard-infested locales, and much like its survival horror counterpart, Dino Crisis 2 features a malevolent character which ceaselessly stalks the player. Replacing the Nemesis-type character in Dino Crisis 2 is none other than the king of the Cretaceous period himself, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and his encounters are terrifying. That is, until a bigger, more badass dino in the shape of the Giganotosaurus comes a-knocking, chomping the T-Rex to shreds and saving our skins in the process. And that brings us to the end of the video. A quick request before we conclude though. We upload new videos every single day, and if you like what we're doing, please consider subscribing. It really helps us out. Also, don't forget to enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon so that you can receive daily video updates. Thanks for watching.